Stop everything. If you see this mark on your palm, it's time to learn the truth. Look at your palm right now. Do you see a faint curved line shaped like a crescent moon near the base of your hand? If you do, this is not a random marking. It could be a message from the universe, an ancient symbol, a sign you were never meant to ignore. And the truth behind this mark could change the way you see yourself, your destiny, and your life forever. Have you ever felt different, as if you were meant for something greater? Have you ever had intense moments of intuition? A strong feeling that you just know something before it happens? Do you ever feel like there's an unseen presence, a force guiding you, protecting you, or even testing you? If any of these resonate with you, keep watching, because this might be the message you've been waiting for. The crescent moon mark on your palm is not just a random crease. It is believed to be a powerful connection to cosmic energy, a mark that mystics say appears only on those who are chosen, individuals meant to fulfill a higher purpose on this earth. And more importantly, 2025 could be the year that awakens your hidden power. I am not telling you this to scare you. I am telling you this because you need to know the truth. Prepare yourself. Because once you understand what this mark truly means, there is no turning back. Are you ready? Keep watching, because what comes next will forever change the way you see yourself. Since the dawn of time, mysterious symbols and markings on the human body have been seen as signs, messages from the universe, guiding individuals toward their true path. Some markings are rare, appearing only on those who are meant to walk an extraordinary journey. And among them, one stands out: the crescent moon on the palm. This mark is not just a random crease, not just a trick of genetics. It is an ancient symbol, a celestial signature left on those who are connected to something far greater than themselves. Mystics, palm readers, and spiritual seekers throughout history have believed that this small, unassuming curve near the base of the palm carries deep, hidden meaning. And if you have it, you may be far more powerful than you realize. But what does it truly mean, and why is 2025 the year that could awaken something within you? The crescent moon has long been associated with mysticism, transformation, and hidden knowledge. Across ancient civilizations, this symbol has appeared in sacred texts, esoteric traditions, and spiritual teachings, always linked to the unseen forces that shape the universe. In ancient Mesopotamia, the crescent moon was tied to Nana, the god of the moon, wisdom, and hidden truths. Priests believed that those who carried this symbol, whether in visions or physical marks, were meant to serve as intermediaries between the divine and the earthly realm. They were chosen ones, entrusted with spiritual knowledge that others could not access. In ancient Egypt, the crescent moon was associated with Thoth, the god of wisdom, writing, and the mysteries of existence. Egyptian mystics believed that individuals marked with the crescent moon possessed unusual levels of intuition, a heightened ability to understand signs from the universe, and even the potential to influence the course of events through thought and energy. In Eastern traditions, particularly in Hindu and Buddhist teachings, the crescent moon represents enlightenment, inner awakening, and the opening of higher perception. Some spiritual practitioners believe that those with this mark have a natural connection to cosmic energy and can access states of consciousness that allow them to see beyond the physical world. Even in medieval Europe, alchemists and mystics saw the crescent moon as a sign of transformation, a soul that is in a constant state of evolution, preparing for a greater purpose. Many believe that people born with this mark had a destiny that could not be ignored, a path that would eventually lead them to uncover their own spiritual power. But this is not just an old belief lost in time. Even in modern palmistry, this mark is seen as a rare phenomenon, a sign that the person carrying it has a deep connection to the unseen, an ability to sense energy, and a destiny that is intertwined with the greater shifts of the universe. Those who study the art of palm reading suggest that the crescent moon on the palm is more than just a simple marking. It is a gateway, a sign that the bearer has a unique frequency, an alignment with something beyond ordinary human existence. These individuals often experience heightened intuition, powerful synchronicities, and a sense that they are being guided towards something larger than themselves. Some say that people with this mark have an inborn ability to heal, to sense energies, and to bring transformation, not just to their own lives, but to the lives of others. They may find that strangers naturally open up to them, that they attract people who are lost or in need of guidance, as if they are a beacon of light in a world that is searching for answers. But why is 2025 so important? Why is this year being seen as a turning point for those who carry this symbol? Ancient prophecies, astrological cycles, and spiritual insights have pointed to 2025 as a year of immense energetic shifts, a time when many will be awakened to their true potential. Some believe that those who have the crescent moon on their palms will begin to experience stronger spiritual activations, deeper moments of clarity, and an undeniable push toward fulfilling their purpose. As the energy of the universe intensifies, those with this mark may find themselves encountering more frequent synchronicities, stronger intuitive messages, and even a feeling of being called to something greater. They may feel a magnetic pull towards spiritual knowledge, an increasing need to seek answers beyond the physical world. Some may even begin to experience prophetic dreams, a heightened ability to sense energy, or an overwhelming feeling that they are being guided toward a specific mission. This is not a coincidence. The universe has been preparing them, shaping them, leading them toward this exact moment in time. For many, 2025 will be the year when everything changes. It will be a year of awakening, transformation, and revelation. A time when those who have been carrying this mark without knowing its significance will finally understand why they were born with it. This is not just about palmistry. This is about a cosmic alignment, a shift that will affect the entire planet and the individuals who have been chosen to help guide others through it. If you have this mark, you may be one of them. But with this recognition comes responsibility, because those who have been marked are not just given a gift, they are given a calling, a call to step into their power, to embrace their true nature, to stop doubting, and start believing in the reason they are here. There is no coincidence, there is no accident. If you carry this mark, the time has come to understand its meaning. The universe does not place signs on those who are meant to live ordinary lives. It marks those who are meant to rise. And now, as we step closer to 2025, it is no longer a question of whether this symbol means something. The real question is, are you ready to embrace what it has always been telling you? Since the beginning of time, the universe has moved in cycles, patterns of energy that shift, evolve, and awaken those who are meant to see beyond the surface of reality. Some years pass quietly, unnoticed. Others arrive like a tidal wave, reshaping everything in their path, awakening those who are destined to step into something greater. And now, 2025 is approaching, a year that mystics, astrologers, and spiritual seekers have long whispered about. A year that is believed to mark the beginning of a massive energetic shift, something unlike anything we have experienced before. But this shift is not for everyone. Not everyone will feel it. Not everyone will recognize it. But those who carry the crescent moon mark on their palms, they will not be able to ignore it. At first, it will feel subtle, a quiet stirring within, a sense of restlessness, like an invisible force is pulling them towards something unknown. They may feel uneasy, disconnected, as if they are standing at the edge of something monumental, but unable to see what lies beyond the horizon. And then the signs will begin to appear. For some, it will be an increase in synchronicities, repeating numbers flashing everywhere they go. 1111, 222, 333. The clock stopping at the same time every day. The same song playing in places they've never been before. Events aligning so perfectly that it feels as though reality itself is bending to send them a message. For others, it will manifest as a powerful surge of intuition. They will begin to sense things before they happen. They will know when someone is lying, feel the emotions of others as if they were their own. They may wake up from vivid dreams, feeling as if they were not dreams at all, but glimpses of something real, fragments of messages they are meant to decode. And for a few, the shift will be even more profound. They will feel as if they are being watched, but not in a way that brings fear. Instead, it will feel as though something unseen is observing them, guiding them, waiting for them to acknowledge its presence. A feeling that they are never truly alone, that an invisible force is standing beside them, watching over them, not to harm, but to test, to prepare, to awaken. Because 2025 is not just about awakening, it is about choosing. Those with the Crescent Moon mark will find themselves standing at a crossroad, faced with decisions that feel far more significant than they appear on the surface. A new path will begin to unfold before them, one that may feel uncertain, even unsettling, yet impossible to ignore. But this journey will not be easy. For some, this awakening will feel like a homecoming, as if they are finally remembering something they have always known but could never put into words. They will embrace their gifts, step into their power, and begin to understand why they have always felt different. For others, this shift will feel like a test, a breaking down of old beliefs, a collapse of the world they once knew. They may begin to question everything: who they are, what they believe, why they have always felt separate from the people around them. They may experience waves of emotional turmoil, moments where it feels as though they are losing their grip on reality itself. They may find themselves disconnected from old friendships, outgrowing relationships that once felt unbreakable. They may feel a deep and consuming loneliness, as if they are drifting away from everything familiar. But this is not a punishment. It is preparation. The universe does not awaken those who are not ready. It does not call those who are meant to remain asleep. Those who have the Crescent Moon mark were never meant to live an ordinary life. They were born to rise. 2025 is not just another year. It is the catalyst, the moment where everything changes, the moment where those who have been carrying this mark unknowingly will finally begin to understand why they were born with it. But this awakening will not come without resistance. The energy shift of 2025 will be powerful, but not everyone will welcome it. Some will fight it, some will refuse to see it, some will cling desperately to the old, unwilling to step into the unknown. And yet, for those who embrace it, everything will begin to align. The right people will appear. The right opportunities will unfold. Doors that once seemed closed will suddenly open, as if the universe has been waiting for them to say yes. This is why some may begin to experience spontaneous activations, sudden moments of clarity, intense energy surges, a feeling as if their very DNA is shifting. Some may begin to feel called to ancient knowledge, drawn toward spirituality, meditation, healing, and self-discovery. Others may begin to hear whispers in the silence, messages woven into their dreams, glimpses of a future they are meant to step into. And yet, this process will not be without challenges. There will be moments of doubt, moments of fear, moments where they question everything. The mind will resist, the ego will cling to the familiar. There will be times when the weight of this transformation feels too heavy, when they wonder if they are strong enough to carry it. But this is part of the journey. Because before the breakthrough, there is always a storm. Before a soul steps fully into its power, it must first confront the illusions that have kept it small. It must walk through the fire of uncertainty, of surrender, of stepping into something greater than itself. And those who have the Crescent Moon mark, they were made for this. 2025 will not be an ordinary year. It will be a year of revelations, of truth unfolding, of long-hidden knowledge rising to the surface. It will be a year where those who have been walking unknowingly toward their destiny will finally see it for what it is. But the question is no longer whether this shift is real. The question is, are you ready to feel it? There is an undeniable allure to the Crescent Moon mark. It is mysterious, rare, and carries a sense of destiny, a symbol whispered about in spiritual traditions, seen as a connection to something greater. For centuries, those who bore this mark were believed to be gifted, protected, and chosen. But what if this is only half the truth? Because the deeper one looks into the meaning of this mark, the clearer it becomes that it is not just a blessing, it is also a test. Some say that the Crescent Moon is a sign of divine protection, a shield against negativity. That those who carry it are guided by unseen forces, watched over in ways they may not even realize. Many who have this mark report a strange resilience, an ability to survive things that should have broken them. They may walk through storms, endure betrayals, face setbacks that would destroy others, yet somehow they always rise again. It is as if something is shielding them, ensuring that they continue forward no matter what. And yet there's another side to this, because just as this mark grants strength, it also brings responsibility. It does not appear on those who are meant to live an easy life. Instead, it is found on those who are meant to walk a different path, one that is often more challenging, more demanding, more isolating. Many who bear this mark feel as if they are constantly being tested. Their patience, their faith, their very sense of self is pushed to the limit. They may find themselves facing obstacles that feel almost designed to break them, struggles that force them to question everything they believe in. This is because the crescent moon is not just a gift, it is a calling. It is not merely a symbol of power, but of transformation. Those who have it are not given an easy road. Instead, they are placed on a path where they will be forced to evolve, to shed their illusions, to step fully into the truth of who they are. Some experience this as a deep emotional and spiritual trial. They may go through intense losses, unexpected betrayals, moments where the universe seems to strip everything away, leaving them to stand alone. These are not random hardships. They are initiations, designed to awaken them, to prepare them for something greater. For those who have not yet recognized their path, this process can feel brutal. They may resist it, clinging to their old ways of thinking, trying to live a normal life, ignoring the signs that they are meant for something different. But the more they resist, the more intense the trials become. Because this mark does not let people stay asleep forever. And those who carry it, they were never meant to live ordinary lives. If you have felt that life has been unusually difficult, if you have endured loss, loneliness, or struggles that seemed almost unfair, you must understand this is not a punishment, it is a preparation. The crescent moon is an invitation, a reminder, a challenge, to step fully into who you are, to embrace the transformation that has been waiting for you, to understand that you were never meant to stay small, to live safely, to avoid the deeper truths that others fear to face. This is why those with this mark often find themselves drawn to paths of healing, teaching, or guiding others. They are the ones who feel compelled to help, to uplift, to bring light into darkness, even when their own path has been filled with shadows. But make no mistake, this journey is not for the weak. To carry this mark is to accept that you will be tested, that you will be forced to grow, to change, to let go of the things that no longer serve you. It is to understand that the very challenges you face are not meant to destroy you, but to shape you into the person you were always meant to be. The crescent moon is both a shield and a weight. It is both a gift and a responsibility. It is both a protection and a path that demands everything from those who walk it. So the real question is not whether this mark makes you special. The real question is, are you ready to carry what it truly means? There are moments in life when everything changes, when a single realization, a single event, a single truth makes it impossible to ever see the world the same way again. For those who carry the crescent moon mark on their palms, that moment of change is not random, it is destiny unfolding. This mark is not just a symbol, it is a doorway, one that, once opened, leads to a path that cannot be reversed. Those who have this sign are not meant for ordinary lives. They are not here to simply exist, to move through life without purpose, without depth. They have been chosen. But chosen for what? For many, the answer begins with a feeling, a sense that they are different, that the way they experience the world is not the same as those around them. They may not know why, but they feel more deeply, see more clearly, understand things without needing explanations. They are the ones who feel the energy in a room before a word is spoken. They are the ones who instinctively know when something is wrong, when someone is lying, when a person is suffering, even if they never say a word. They are the ones who carry a sensitivity that is both a blessing and a burden, a heart that absorbs the emotions of others, a mind that sees connections where others see chaos, a soul that has always felt like it does not fully belong in this world. This is not by accident. Those who bear this mark often possess hidden gifts, abilities that have been with them since childhood, though they may not have fully understood them. Some may have experienced strange coincidences, moments of intuition that proved to be true, dreams that felt more like messages than random thoughts. Others may have always been the person people turn to for comfort, guidance, or wisdom, even at a young age, because those with this mark were never meant to be like everyone else. As 2025 approaches, something is beginning to shift. The world is moving into a new energetic phase, and for those who have the Crescent Moon mark, this shift is not just something happening outside of them, it is something happening within them. The abilities that have always been there, lying dormant, may begin to activate. For some, this may mean an increase in intuitive awareness. They may suddenly start sensing things more strongly, feeling emotions from people they barely know, or even having premonitions of events before they occur. For others, it may come as a calling to heal, not just in the physical sense, but emotionally and spiritually. They may feel drawn toward energy healing, holistic medicine, or even simply being a source of peace for those around them. They may notice that people feel different in their presence, that their touch or words seem to calm others in ways they never expected. And for a few, this shift will be even more profound. They will experience a complete transformation of their perception, a feeling as if the veil between this world and the unseen has grown thinner, as if they are beginning to remember something they have long forgotten. But this is not just about gifts. This is about responsibility. Because those who have the Crescent Moon mark are not given these abilities for themselves alone. They are given them because they are meant to use them, to guide, to heal, to awaken others. This is where the path becomes both beautiful and demanding. Once this awakening begins, there is no turning back. The world will not feel the same. The things that once seemed important may no longer hold meaning. Friendships, relationships, even life goals may begin to shift. Those who were once close may drift away, unable to understand the changes happening inside. This is where many people struggle, because awakening does not come without sacrifice. Those who are stepping into their true nature may find themselves standing at the edge of the unknown, feeling as if they are losing everything they once believed in. But what they are truly losing is who they were never meant to be. The false identities, the limiting beliefs, the roles they played to fit into a world that was never designed for them. And while this may feel lonely at times, it is also the most important transformation of their existence. Because those who embrace this path will find something extraordinary waiting for them on the other side. They will no longer doubt their intuition. They will trust it. They will no longer hide their gifts. They will use them. They will no longer question why they feel different. They will understand that difference is their greatest strength. This is why 2025 is so significant. The energy of the world is shifting, and those who are meant to lead in this new phase, the healers, the guides, the awakened souls, are being called to step forward. But this calling does not come with instructions. There will be no roadmap, no clear directions, only a deep knowing, a pull toward something greater, a feeling that cannot be ignored. The choice will not be easy, because to accept this path means to walk away from the illusion of comfort. It means to let go of the need for approval, to step away from the expectations of society, to trust something deeper than logic alone. And yet, for those who say yes, something remarkable will happen. They will begin to attract the right people, the ones who understand them, who see them for who they truly are. They will begin to experience synchronicities so profound that they will know without a doubt that they are on the right path. They will begin to feel more alive, more aligned, more powerful than ever before. But most importantly, they will finally understand why they have always felt different, because they were never meant to live an ordinary life. This journey is not for everyone. Only those who are truly ready will step through the door that has been placed before them. And once they do, there is no turning back. The world will never look the same. But for the first time, they will be seeing it as they were always meant to. Spiritual awakening is often romanticized as a moment of clarity, a sudden realization of truth that fills life with light and purpose. But those who have truly walked this path know that awakening is not a moment, it is a process. And more often than not, it is a process that begins with pain. For those who bear the Crescent Moon mark, this journey is not just a possibility, it is an inevitability. Once the awakening begins, there is no turning back. The way they see the world shifts. The things they once found comfort in may no longer bring them peace. The relationships they held on to may start to feel distant, as if they are watching their old life from the outside. And then comes the hardest part, the isolation. Many who step onto this path will find themselves feeling deeply alone, even when surrounded by others. They will struggle to explain what is happening inside them because the words simply do not exist. How do you describe the feeling of being split between two worlds? One foot in the life they've always known, the other in a reality that is pulling them towards something greater. The more they awaken, the more they will notice that they no longer fit into the world around them. Conversations that once seemed interesting may now feel empty. People they used to connect with may no longer understand them. They may begin to sense a deep divide between what was and what is becoming. This is why so many who experience spiritual awakening withdraw, not because they want to, but because the old world no longer makes sense to them. This is not an easy transition. The loneliness can be crushing. The feeling of being misunderstood can be overwhelming. They may try to explain what they're going through, only to be met with blank stares or dismissive words. You're just overthinking things. You've changed. Why can't you just be normal? And so many will choose silence. They will keep their thoughts to themselves, pretending to be the person they once were, playing along with the life they are slowly outgrowing. But deep inside, they will know something is different. This feeling is not a mistake. It is not a punishment. It is a necessary part of transformation. Because before a person can fully step into who they are meant to be, they must first let go of everything that no longer serves them. This is why awakening often feels like a death. Not a physical death, but a death of identity. The old self dissolving, the ego resisting, the mind trying to hold on to something familiar while the soul is reaching for something unknown. It is during this time that many will feel tested. They may experience a loss of stability. Jobs that once felt secure may suddenly fall apart. Relationships that seemed unbreakable may begin to fade. Long-held beliefs may start to crumble. They may feel as though everything is slipping through their fingers, as if they are standing on shifting ground with no way to hold on. But this is not chaos. This is the universe making space. Because those who are meant to walk this path cannot carry their old world with them. This is why the journey of awakening is so difficult, because it demands that a person release everything they thought they needed, everything they thought they were, to become something new. For those who bear the Crescent Moon mark, this transition may be even more intense, because they are not just awakening for themselves, they are awakening for others, for those who will need guidance, for those who will need to see that transformation is possible, for those who will one day begin their own journey and look for a light in the darkness. And so, they must walk through the fire first. They must endure the loneliness. They must face the uncertainty. They must learn to stand in their truth, even when no one understands them. This is not easy. There will be moments when they want to give up, to turn back, to force themselves to be normal again. But once a soul has begun to awaken, it cannot go back to sleep. The only way forward is through the pain, through the isolation, through the darkness that precedes the light. Because on the other side of this journey is something extraordinary, a version of themselves that is fully aligned, fully awake, fully aware of who they were always meant to be. And when they reach that place, they will look back and understand that the loneliness was never a punishment. It was preparation. The universe was not abandoning them. It was making space for something greater. And in that moment, they will realize they were never truly alone. Because those who are meant to awaken always find their way to each other. And when they do, the world itself begins to change. Dreams have always been mysterious, fleeting visions that appear in the stillness of the night, weaving together images, sensations, and emotions that sometimes make no sense at all. But for those who bear the Crescent Moon mark, dreams are not just random fragments of the subconscious. They are something far more profound. These dreams are not ordinary. They are messages, they are warnings, they are glimpses into what has not yet come to pass. For centuries, mystics and spiritual seekers have believed that those with this mark possess a heightened connection to the unseen. Their minds act as receivers, tuning into frequencies beyond the physical world, capturing signals that others cannot perceive. While most people dream in scattered, meaningless fragments, those with the crescent moon mark often experience something different, something vivid, intense, and deeply symbolic. They may wake up feeling as if they were just somewhere else, as if what they saw was not just a dream but a reality that had already happened, or one that was about to unfold. And sometimes it does. Many who have this mark have reported experiencing dreams that later come true. A conversation they swore had already happened. A person they dreamed about appearing unexpectedly. An event unfolding exactly as they saw it in their sleep. At first, these moments might feel like coincidences, but over time, the pattern becomes undeniable. The more they awaken to their abilities, the more their dreams shift from random stories to clear messages. Messages from their subconscious, from their higher self, from the universe itself. Because dreams, for those with this mark, are not just dreams. They are maps, they are warnings, they are keys to unlocking their destiny. Some may begin to notice that they wake up at the same time every night, as if something is trying to get their attention. Others may find themselves dreaming of symbols, ancient writing, doorways, celestial events, or shadowy figures that feel strangely familiar. For some, these dreams may even begin to feel like memories, as if they are glimpsing into another lifetime, another existence, another version of themselves that they have long forgotten. But why is this happening, and why now? As 2025 approaches, those who bear the crescent moon mark will find their dreams growing stronger, more vivid, more urgent. The messages will become clearer, the symbols more distinct. Because something is shifting. The universe is aligning in ways that will push these individuals toward their purpose. And dreams, visions of what is coming, of what must be done, of what they are meant to become, will be one of the strongest ways the universe communicates with them. But not all dreams will be comforting. Some will feel like warnings, visions of events that must be prevented, choices that must be reconsidered. Some may feel heavy, as if they are carrying knowledge they are not yet ready to face. This is where many struggle. Because receiving these messages is one thing, understanding them is another. Many with this mark will find themselves questioning, was that just my imagination, or was it real? Why am I seeing things that haven't happened yet? Am I losing my mind, or is something trying to tell me something? The truth is, the mind will always resist what it cannot explain. But those who are meant to awaken must learn to trust, because ignoring these dreams does not make them go away. If anything, the messages will only get louder. For those who accept this gift, who embrace the idea that their dreams are more than just random thoughts, something incredible happens. They begin to see patterns, they begin to recognize symbols, they begin to understand the language of the universe itself. And once they do, everything changes. Because when a person realizes that their dreams are guiding them, they stop second-guessing, they stop doubting, they stop ignoring what they already know deep inside. They start listening. And when they listen, they find clarity, direction, and purpose in ways they never imagined possible. For those who bear the crescent moon mark, these dreams are not just random stories the mind creates in sleep. They are a compass. They are a bridge between worlds. And most importantly, they are the whispers of the universe, calling them toward their destiny. The world is on the brink of something immense. 2025 is not just another year. It is a turning point. A moment where the energies of the universe will shift in ways that cannot be ignored. For those who bear the crescent moon mark, this year is more than just a passage of time. It is a summoning, a call to step into the role they were always meant to play. Because make no mistake, this mark was never random. It is a signal, a sign that the person who carries it is not meant to simply exist but to awaken, to evolve, to step forward at a time when the world is crying out for transformation. For months, for years, for lifetimes, this mark has been waiting for the right moment. And that moment is now. Everything that has happened in your life, every struggle, every moment of isolation, every lesson you did not understand at the time, was preparing you for this. Because as 2025 unfolds, something within you will shift. Some will feel it as a sense of urgency, an undeniable need to seek, to learn, to remember. Others will feel a deep pull toward something they cannot explain, a sense that they are being guided, moved, positioned into place for something greater. The world around you may seem chaotic, systems breaking down, people lost, confused, searching for something real. But within this chaos is opportunity, the opportunity to step into who you were always meant to be. Because you were never meant to follow the path of the ordinary. You were meant to lead, to guide, to bring light where there is darkness. But stepping into this role is a choice. 2025 is a doorway. Some will walk through it, embracing the unknown, accepting the responsibility that comes with awakening. Others will hesitate, clinging to the familiar, fearing what stepping into their power might mean. But those who ignore the call will find that the call does not ignore them. Because once a soul has been marked for something greater, it cannot return to being small. This year will test you, it will challenge you, it will strip away everything that no longer serves you, and in doing so, it will make space for who you truly are. You were never chosen randomly. You were placed in this time, in this life, in this exact moment, for a reason. And now as you stand at the threshold of something extraordinary, there is only one question left to ask. Will you step forward, or will you wait, watching as the moment passes, only to wonder what could have been? The choice is yours. But one thing is certain, 2025 is coming, and those who are meant to rise will rise.